Hey everyone, welcome to Model Walk Explained. Tonight's story is called A Heartbreaking Age Gap Love Story After 1 Year Apart. Our model will portray a 27-year-old Hong Kong girl named Ziva. This deeply emotional, bittersweet age gap love story will be told entirely by Ziva herself in the first person. She once fell deeply in love with a 45-year-old mature man. After one wonderful year together, they broke up because their values couldn't align. Now, almost a year later, the memories still hurt. She finally gathered the courage to write this heartfelt letter to her ex, filled with missing him, regret, and love she still can't let go. Can this 8-year age gap relationship be saved? Follow Ziva's perspective and feel the heartbreak with her. Dear you, I'm sitting at our favorite outdoor cafe in Tsim Sha Tsui. The sunset turns Victoria Harbour golden orange, and the sea breeze carries that familiar salty scent that always reminded me of you. My fingers keep pausing on the keyboard, but I finally found the courage to write this. It's been almost a year since we broke up. I was 27-year-old, you were 45. That 8-year age gap that once felt so perfect now feels like the deepest wound at night. Do you remember the day we met? At that company cross-department dinner, you wore a deep blue suit with your sleeves slightly rolled up, showing that understated mechanical watch on your wrist. You looked so calm and steady, with that gentle, slightly mischievous smile. I was 27-year-old, just 2 years out of university, wearing the black dress you later said you loved. You walked over, handed me an old-fashioned, and softly said, "Little one, don't drink too fast. This one has a strong kick." That moment, my heart skipped a beat. Not just because you were handsome, but because of the way you carried yourself. Someone who had seen so much of life, yet was willing to slow down for me. That year together felt like mixing two completely different wines. I was the young, bubbly, sweet sparkling wine, always wanting to drag you to Lan Kwai Fong, to dance, to backpack in Thailand, or suddenly craving street cart noodles at midnight. You were the aged whiskey deep, steady, loving quiet weekends at home, cooking French dishes, listening to jazz, and holding me close on the sofa. We argued about our different rhythms. I wanted adventure and freedom. You wanted stability and building a future together. The last fight, I cried and said, "We're from completely different worlds." You just held me quietly and said, "Then let's give each other some time." I was the one who suggested breaking up. You didn't try to stop me. You only said, "If you ever regret it, you can always come back." The first few months after the breakup, I thought I was free. I travelled, changed jobs, partied with friends, even tried dating a 27-year-old guy. But every time I kissed someone else, I thought of you. That 28-year-old kissed too fast, too young he didn't have. Your calm, patient way of making me feel truly cherished. I started having trouble sleeping. In the middle of the night, I would instinctively reach for the spot beside me, and it was empty. When I faced work problems, you still replied with calm, professional advice. But if I sent something like, "I miss you today," you would read it and not reply. I understood you were protecting both of us. At 45-year-old, you didn't want to waste more time on something that had already ended. Yesterday, I finally told everything to our only mutual friend, May. I cried until I could barely breathe, pouring out all the missing, all the regret. After that, I finally admitted it to myself. I still love you, even more than before. This past year, I tried to become a better person. I got promoted, learned to cook your favorite Italian pasta, even started saving to buy a flat. I thought I had grown up, but growing up just made me miss you more, and the pain grew deeper. Dear you, I'm writing this letter not to ask you to get back together. I know you may have completely moved on, started a new life, maybe even found someone more mature and steady. I just want to tell you, I'm sorry. I was too young, too selfish back then. I put all my expectations on you, wanting you to join my wild adventures and stay forever young with me. I didn't think about the fact that you were already 45-year-old, with your own rhythm, responsibilities, and scars. I took your gentleness for granted until I lost it and realized how precious that safe, steady feeling of being held by you really was. I'm sorry for all the pressure I put on you. I'm sorry I was so decisive when I broke up, but only now, a year later, dare to admit how much I regret it. I'm sorry for disturbing the stable life you worked so hard to build, but I also want to thank you. Thank you for teaching me what real love feels like. Thank you for using your maturity at 45-year-old to show 27-year-old me how to love someone properly, not just chase my own fantasies. Thank you for choosing to let go gently, even when I was at my most stubborn. I'm doing well now, really. I just have a corner in my heart that will always belong to the man who would tuck the blanket around me at night, who would apologize first after arguments, and who made me feel truly safe and loved. If you ever read this letter, please don't reply. I just needed to say these words so I can keep moving forward. If one day we pass each other on the street, please don't stop. Just let me watch you from afar and smile, wishing you happiness. May all lovers in the world eventually find their happy ending, even if that person isn't me. Forever loving you, Ziva. Brothers, did your heart tighten after reading this? A 27-year-old's passion meeting, a 4-5-year-old's steadiness. This kind of age gap love is so sweet, yet the pain runs so deep. Ziva poured out all her real regret and longing. Have you ever had a similar experience? Leave a comment and tell me, how do you heal from realizing how much you loved them only after breaking up? I'll pass your messages to Ziva so she knows she's not hurting alone. See you in the next video. Keep listening to these real, sweet, yet painful stories with me. The story ends here. If you liked tonight's video, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and give us a like. See you in the next episode. Thank you.
Now there ain't nobody raising up your atmosphere, taking pictures on the beach until your world gets clear. Ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful, yeah. Ain't nobody gone and begging you to run away, making promises and worshiping your majesty. Ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful, yeah. So you better prove that. You better prove that. You better prove that. You better prove that. And this saving grace in it all is that we could still change. Even the towers of ancient Rome, they could be rearranged. But now there ain't nobody raising up your atmosphere, taking pictures on the beach until your world gets clear. Ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful, yeah. Ain't nobody gone and begging you to run away, making promises and worshiping your majesty. There ain't nobody telling you you're beautiful, yeah. So you better prove that. You better prove that. You better prove that. Well, you better prove.
Feeling some days like oxygen, slipping from underneath my skin, trying to hold to what it's been. And I know it's a matter of time, scared of unearthing parts of me, pieces even I haven't seen. Every time you get close, I need to go, and you don't ask me why, but I hear you say it'll be okay. The words like a plane blanket on my coat.